Hello guys, it's Triple Time here, back with you with another video. First off, I wanted to show off the new solo battle, so this is gonna be a little bit of a longer what's it called video, but I've got some upgrades that I wanted to show you guys that I want to move up the roster, simply because the challenges have gotten to a point now where you kind of need upgrades. So if you don't do that, you won't be your team won't be good enough, because most of the teams you're gonna face now is above 80 overall rated. So I upgraded it, as you just saw. I upgraded my running back position. I actually got work done, finished, and on the defense I opted out or opted in and got Asante Samuel. And I think I want to move this down so Asante Samuel becomes my second corner. I also put an X Factor on him, simply because I think he's good and I think he's very solid. Plus, it helps you with getting the interceptions that I will show you. Power back, is he a better power back? He's a better power back, okay. So get work done in as a power back, or not a power, third down back, and at power back, I don't think he's better. I think he's worse. Yeah. Slot receiver stays the same. Slot corner, I guess that changes to. Oh, that's right. I got Frank Minefield too, but I wanted to upgrade him for you on screen so you could see the upgrade. And yeah, I spent some coins finishing the sets, but if you can still see it in here, as you can see here, under my auctions, can you see any of them? I've sold some power-up cards, and I pulled Patrick Mahomes out of, you can see the trophies. I opened a touchdown pack, and I pulled Mahomes out of that one, and sold him instantly. So let's go in here, buy another 89 overall rated, so we can quick sell him, so we can get the other new corner on the field. Let's see here. 89 overall rated for 90k. Nice, so got him. And just to kind of show you guys what method I'm using, I'm going to play with this team afterwards. And I'm going to give you all the tips and tricks that I personally love to do. Let's go in here and let's go in here, put the power up in, and then upgrade him while we're in here. I think that's the easiest way to get our team fixed already. Which also means that Patrick Peterson is not going to be on the team anymore. But it was only a matter of time before he was going to getting swapped out anyway. So, and he has been really good for us for the time being. But you just need that extra speed, and he doesn't have that. So I have gone for 3 speedy and good man coverage guys. As you can see. And then let's get him moved up to be my third corner. I know this drops down some of our corners a lot, but it was about time. They were too slow to cover. Because a lot of the new teams runs like Tyreek Hill or Henry Rocks or somebody with really good speed, and they get beat almost every time. And as you can see, I'm doing this because I'm not that focused this week, because I won't even get to Legend this week, because I missed four of the games, so I won't be able to. And as you can see, I've been burned a lot. I haven't gotten that good of points. I've been burned a lot, especially on these two teams. They burned me a lot, simply because of my my bad corners. So I will teach you guys the tricks, both on offense and on defense, when I'm running. If you're still just trying to get easy wins, my offense on the last one is exactly the same, and so is the defense. That is the easiest way to get wins. This way you may be able to get interceptions, and somebody will maybe say that it's easier to get wins this way, or easy wins this way, but if you mess it up, you also give up a lot of touchdowns. So when we kick it, I just kick it normally, like I always would. I always kick it deep, and if they take a knee, I don't care. You go in here, you go to formations, you go down to special teams, you go to punt block 44 even, goes into that. I use squeeze block, then you press square, left on your arrows, and then get ready for square. And when they make a difference, you kind of want to, or when they audible, you audible too. It's always hard when it's right in the middle, so you want them to one of the sides. Look, there to do the same. He moves out. You go to the numbers, just about the numbers. Run in, then run out, and then press square, and that's an easy interception. And you can get that interception a lot, and it's a very, very easy interception to get if you do it right. But if you do it wrong, and if you go too deep in, or sometimes they even throw a lob pass, sometimes you can get screwed over by that. On second, I run the same defense, but you basically just want first downs right now. You're looking for a guy that can get a first down, and they're in man coverage. When they're in man coverage, you run. You literally run with a QB. That's the easiest way to get your rushing yards too, because you want rushing yards and throwing yards. Sometimes when they clamp up on all your receivers, or if they move out as the play that they did before, actually, I didn't show you there because I didn't think about it. Like, this is going to be a terrible one. Luckily, I didn't fumble the ball. That was really, really lucky. That's one of the things that is dangerous, so you don't want to get hit with your QB ever. If you can, you don't want to get hit ever. So you always want to slide. If you don't know how to slide, you just double press square, and then the QB slides. And it's the exact same thing when you like throw it to your running back or to a receiver and you want to give yourself up on the play. You just double tap square and you throw yourself to the ground. And as you can see, this way it's kind of easy to get a lot of points, because you get the things I would focus on is, we know that you get 500 points for getting 50 points. We know that. And you get 10 points per, that's not what I wanted. You get 10 points per point. No matter how many points they score, you get 500 points per point. Here, they line up the same way. I think they're going this way again. Running in, running out. Another interception. And I don't want to run it. You can run it for a touchdown, but personally, I feel like it's hard to get yardage and points. So I'm always trying to get yards early. Get yards and first downs. That is the most important thing. Or first downs and yardage is the most important, if you ask me. So I always try to run it back to around the 10-yard line. I know some of these throws other people won't make, but it's simply looking what the defense gives you. Here's the running back is open, run for first down, go down, and I'm being quick. If you want to take it slow, you can run out of bounds. You can run out of bounds, and that would be fine too. Just remember, if you run out of bounds, the play clock goes to 30. So you have to wait for the full 10 seconds to go. Because if you don't do it, it accelerates the clock down to 20 seconds. So that means you lose 10 seconds every single time you start a play. And as you can see, when I'm doing this, I'm not losing that much time. But the other thing just makes the games take that much longer. Right here, as you see, he's gonna probably be open number 10. No, he's not. He's stepping out. But he still is, though. He got in front. You don't want to throw many incompletions, but if you're between an incompletion and throwing an interception or even fumbling it, then it's better to not throw it. Run straight up the middle. They gave me space. It doesn't matter if you run for TDs or throw for TDs. You just want them. Some people like to go for 2 points. The only reason you could go for 2 points is if you have a hard time getting enough points. If you have a hard time getting enough points, I would definitely go for 2. But I'm personally more comfortable, and I think it's more consistent to go for 1. And with this method that I'm using, if you're getting enough touchdowns, you only need to get 1 2-point anyway. Because then you're going to be on 48, and then you go for a 2-point conversion, and that's even 50. Again, you run the same thing here. I will say this: some teams, when you get inside the second quarter, they don't opt into vertical routes. Like right here, I don't like any of these. I think this is going to be the easiest guy to try and get it on. Nope, they didn't run it. And if that is the situation, I would go back to the defense I told you guys. Mid blitz, square up, square left, and then R1. And then I cover the tight end. As you can see here, they ran the ball. Really bad tackle. But that's basically what you want out of this. You don't want to give up too many yards, and for some reason they don't throw the ball. I know sometimes you see people and you're like, well, they threw the ball. Yeah. Why they threw the ball is because if you are, I think it's 3 touchdowns or more ahead, they might still try and throw it. But when you're only up by 2 TDs, as I am right now, you cannot be sure that they will. Which is why I tested out on the first play of the game, and then afterwards, that is called a defensive block, or yeah, illegal contact, same thing. That is too bad. Let's set it up again quick. And the defense is very simple. You've been running this before. When this happens, I like to try and call a timeout when the routes gets mixed, because I don't know if it happens to you guys, but it happens to me a lot, especially when they hurry up, and it makes no sense because they should literally just cover the guy that's right in front of them that they're matched up with anyway. Okay, they kick it out of bounds. That's actually not bad for us. I didn't want to return it anyway. And this way, this is the easiest time to get first downs. And you normally want to run, I would run out of the field if you could, because it takes down the time. And if you're lucky, you might be able to get another position where you can do it, or where you can get more first downs even. And so I basically do it like this. Some of my throws, I'm throwing a little dangerous on some of the throws, and I'm kind of reading the defense. Like right here, Tyreek Hill is going to be 100% open if the linebacker to the left doesn't move to the left, and he didn't, so that means he's not open, which means the whole thing moves, and now and then I see my tight end kind of get open, and that's simply just me reading the defense. Like right here, I would send him on a slant because that might be man coverage. It's not. It's zone coverage, which means he comes over and gets open anyway. Runs out of the field. And in this situation, this could be this is not the best line play. At this spot, I think I'm looking at my running back and maybe Hill early. I saw both of the linebackers move down, and when both of the linebackers move down, that means that Tyreek Hill only has to beat the guy that's right in front of him, and typically he cuts before he gets to him. If they line up wide, like with no good, yeah, that happens to me a lot, and I honestly don't know why, because I have upgraded the kicker position, so I have Morten Anderson as my kicker, and he's still missing like crazy. I don't think I missed a single kick with my gold guy, but with the elite guy, I'm missing all over. That makes no sense, but at this point, when I'm up with 20 points, I think I will try and run the punt block to see if they opt out to go with yeah, they did. He moved in, so that means I can go to the numbers. I got late there. If I had done that perfect, that would have been an interception. I did it late, and they ended up scoring a touchdown on it. So this is the small mistakes that you can make. I ran in, but I opted out or went back too late because I went in too late compared to when the ball got snapped. And as I told you, right here, I was unlucky. Normally, the guy you have in the backfield can save you with a tackle, but he got blocked this time by the other receiver. And here, I always catch it, run out to the 10, drop down on the 10, because I feel like they don't send as much pass rush when you're at the 10, where if you're inside, I would say your own 7, they send a lot of pass rush, so that means you need to get rid of it early. Easy finding my. He did not get it. If you don't get it, sometimes I do like this, and then I press square and then triangle to make a run, and then you just run for that 1 yard right up the middle. No problem. You always get it. I don't think I've ever been stopped on short downs. Here, it could be a 100% streak to Tyreek Hill, but do we want that? I guess we want that because they just scored touchdowns. We want to match that. Okay, not if they just give up the whole field. Let's take the first down. To get the first downs done, you need around 20 first downs. That is always my goal. I try to throw for 400 yards and try to rush for 2 if that's possible. Our tight end is open again, and he got down before. Let's call a timeout more. Call the same. In this instant, I would not call the running play because you can see all the linebackers moved up, which means they could be coming, which means Tyreek Hill could be open behind them. Again, he didn't beat his man, but he was open. He was open. In this case, you want to slant Tyreek. I always streak Johnson on this. Johnson is going to be 100% open if you throw it fast. Like, there's nobody that can cover him there. It's the easiest pass overall. Sometimes, though, it does bug out that the first time you press, it doesn't work. And if you try to throw it again later, the other guy that is covering the outside sometimes might jump it and intercept it. So be careful about if you don't throw it right away. That you might be throwing an interception. Right here, I tried to get them to down it, but they didn't. So they took it out, which means I think I'm going to run man blitz for the rest of this quarter. Because I don't think I'm gonna be able to bait them on that. I think they're gonna do running plays. Actually, might not. This doesn't look like a running play formation, but who knows? Nope. And then, if you switch quick enough, you can get the user sack, which gets your skill points up even higher. I don't have any more touchdowns or timeouts. They're gonna run the ball if they get it off. They didn't get it off, but when the quarters are almost running out, you can almost be 100% sure that they're going to do a run or a run play. So you don't even have to worry about that. I go here, then again go down here. Get back to my offense. As you see here, there's a lot of coverage on the left side, and it could be a man, so let's see where they run. It was a man. I should have run to the other side because there would have been a ton of space. But the only reason why I didn't was because the cover guy came out too far for my liking. This time you see exactly what I mean. And sometimes I like to try and spin that guy because sometimes you can take that all the way to the house, and that's easy running yards. But sometimes also you don't. Sometimes you simply don't have time, or it's better to run towards the sideline and then slide just before you get to the sideline. As you can see, we almost have 300 passing yards now. Let's get that in there. He didn't get down, but we got a touchdown. So again, who really cares? I should probably go for a 2-point conversion at some point, so why not do it now because we missed the field goal. Again, this is the same defense as before. Square is gonna, not square, triangle is gonna be 100% open. So why not throw it? I always try to spec catch everything. Because then you drop straight to the ground and there's no chance of them like fumbling the ball really. Most of the time, if you drop the ball, it's exactly that, a drop ball, so it's just an incompletion. Where you can kind of say, okay, I wasted a down and I got an incompletion, but incompletions is not the worst, guys. Again, I'm going back to my punt block formation because now we're in the third quarter. Wait for them to audible. They audibled. They didn't move him in at all, almost. So I'm. As you see there, sometimes you get some weird animations because you have to get further in to get a better angle on it. Like right here again, this is the same thing again. So if I run in here, I need to go more deep. And as you can see, I still got it. I was almost out of position for that one too. That would almost have been another completion for them for a gigantic yards. It depends on where the receiver lines up, how far in you're going. I will try and show you this on the next defense, so I can show you guys where exactly I'm going for. They're not in that. They're in a zone coverage, just taking the yardage I can get. As I said, the rushing yards is important, but I'm always focusing on throwing yards first. Because if you can get one thing done, the rushing yards you basically just get whenever they give it up. Like right here, you can see everybody's running to the other side, so you got a free run on the left side. And then we take another field extra point. And as you can see, we only need like one touchdown right now because you can go for one touchdown and then a 2-pointer, and that's 50 points. So it is more of a defensive thing things we want right now. I will pause this after. That was a really good hit. I will pause this now, so we can go look at the box score, so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. You can see rushing yards, we have 91. We need like 60 more passing yards, and you can see I just hit the 20 first downs. And interceptions, you can see right now we have 3. If you can get, the more interceptions you can get, the better. Normally, if I'm lucky, I can get about, depending on the team and depending on how they play, you can get, sometimes you can get, I think my top has been 7, I think. But we'll come straight back out here, run the same again, punt block even, squeeze block, square, left arrow, and then be ready. Don't push square until they audible, and then you press square. And this time they're gonna go on this side. So if you go to the numbers, I didn't get far enough in. But if I've gotten far enough in, that would have been able to intercept that too. So it's also about how they line up. It's easiest to see on the left side actually. Let's run the same thing again. They didn't audible this time. It's because there's so few seconds left, so they didn't audible this time, because they wanted to go for a run play. Now in the fourth quarter, this is not working all the time. Just like the second quarter, he stayed. You want to go to the numbers, around the numbers, run in, and as you can see, they ran not streaks. So on this team, this doesn't work anymore. This thing you can give up at this point, which means you have to run mid blitz the rest of the game. Again, audible. Normally, I want to try and bump the tight end. I didn't do it there. Move him in. Get ready to bump the tight end. And this is also kind of a problem when you play against a mobile quarterback. They can take off, and there's not really much you can do to stop that because you're focusing on covering the guys downfield. Sometimes you get lucky and their running back stays in for protection. That means you have an extra guy. And then when the quarterback starts running, you can press R3. And when you press R3, he kind of starts going for the quarterback. And that can help you. And as I said before, if you can user swap to the guy that is getting the sack, that is amazing. That is so amazing if you can do that, because that means you get skill points for getting a sack too.
Joseph's got it.
So I gave up 10 points. I don't think they're going to onside kick it. They're too far behind. 32 points.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been out but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out.
Let's just try and get some positive yardage here, because this time we just want to get yards because we want to get that last touchdown. Come out in the same throwing formation. Tyreek Hill could be running all the way here. And that's a touchdown for Tyreek Hill. Just love it. Nice and easy. Rick catch it. And that was a one-play touchdown for, 70 yards? So that means we have our 400 passing yards now, too. We want to go for 2 because we want to get the 50. And they're lining up in the same way again. That's third time in a row. They do that down here. And square is going to be 100% open again. And that's the 2-point conversion, easy 2-point conversion. I will say this, I've been really lucky. Normally they don't line up like this at the 2-point conversion. I've been really lucky with them lining up like 3 times like that. Normally if you're lucky, you get that 1 time. And I got it 3 times, so I'm really lucky when it comes to that. Again, nice defensive. As I said, in the mid blitz, I just run the mid blitz that you all know. Press triangle, press right bumper up, press right bumper left, and then press R1 and then up. Because then you're committing to a throwing play, you're committing to covering over the top, and you're committing to covering the inside. So that means all the outside passes can beat you, and they will try that. But for the most part, this will cover all of the passes. And this is what I talked to you about. If you run the same play too much, they audible out of it. I always want to stay on like an important receiver. I never want to cover the running back, but sometimes you have to move your guy in so he gets to a spot where he can cover the running back. Like well enough, like right here, I want to move him quick over. Can you see how far off he would have been? He would have been so far off the coverage if I haven't moved him over, because the tight end would have run kind of an angle route, and he would have been 100% open. They're selecting the pundit. Of course, we just want this one. I just want to. Actually, maybe I should run back. I don't know. I'm just gonna fair catch it for the time. You could run back because we need rushing yards. I don't have a good way of getting rushing yards if they don't give it up. But right here, it looks like it's not going to be... this is going to be zone coverage. This is another touchdown for Tyreek Hill. I'm just going to take it. But you really want the rushing yards, and I've been really unlucky with their man blitz. They haven't blitz or man blitz. They haven't been in man coverage that often in this game. But as you can see, it's not a problem to get to the 50 points. The 50 points is it's not the points itself that kind of gives you up. It's if you are unlucky on defense. Something that is really true for this game is momentum. If you have a bad momentum, they play better, and I don't know why. I can't tell you why, but they do. Again, at this point, I'm still running this, moving him over, covering the tight end, getting the sacks. Again, I have 7 sacks with Myles Garrett. If I could have the users selected to all of those, that would have been much better, and that would have given me better points. But sometimes I get too hung up in coverage. This is deep. You can go cover deep 3 here. I'm gonna try and go for the interception. It was too far. I couldn't get there. And if we get out, I can show you how many points this got. I actually think this would have gotten me about... I think I would have gotten maybe over 25k points. Let's see here. Okay, 2 points off. I was 2 points off. But then again, you can say I gave up a touchdown. I gave up 3 points or a field goal. I could have got more interceptions. I didn't get all of the user sacks. So there's a lot of things that I could have done better. I kind of want to play another game to show you guys the two kind of like defense standoffs you can get, or like how they spread. Because with one of them, you need to move all the way into the numbers. And on the other lineup, if you move into the numbers, you're too far in, and then that's a reception for them every single time. And they can get a touchdown out of that, depending on how good your cover man that is all the way down the field is going to tackle. So... So let's get the ball right back here. Run out to the 10-yard line, drop down. And then after that, let's get the offense going. Right here, this could be a man coverage. When you see the guy back a little bit off of the left end, and it is. So that is going to turn into a running play for me. This time I'm going to slide because I can see there's a guy further down. So even if I get past here, it's going to be hard to slide in time. This could be the same. In this situation, the mid is open. You could change this into a running play up the middle. This will give you a lot of yards too normally.